No audio on the Twitch?
No, come on! Okay.
We're all over the place here.
All over the place, yeah. This has been a very interesting cast. Okay, guys, so we've got good news, we've got bad news. Bad news first or good news first?
Can they hear you?
Should be
Yep,
able to
they
hear
said
me first.
they can hear us, yep.
Okay,
I always like bad news first.
We're live, we're back.
Yeah, so the bad news is that can't get the device working properly. Something's happening with my capture card. So
the good news is there's still plenty of scotch.
And the good news is that we have stuff to talk about because we've had 300 reveal stuff. We've had the Hull D leak, the spoilers that have come through. So we've got some neat stuff we can talk about.
We'll see.
Yeah. So
yeah, we got some good videos to show people if they haven't seen them. Yeah. Ed's saying that you're a little quiet there.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you broke it again already.
We broke it.
And now how do I sound? A little bit better? A bit better.
Is that better? Testing?
Yeah, I use AverMedia's Live Gamer Elite card or whatever it's called, and it's failed me now.
They're saying that you're better. All right, well,
awesome.
at least they can hear us.
Thanks,
they can
Ed.
see us in our drinks.
Better or sexy?
Sexy times. Okay, I'm
gonna
get
close to pretty sexy.
I'm gonna get up some stuff for us to look at, and Jordan, why don't you?
We need a female opinion. Oh, hey, Mystic's in here. What else do we have? I was gonna say the difference between great and sexy. I feel like that's only a woman's opinion. Sorry, Jordan. I love about your opinion, but I don't know if you know sexy.
Let me rearrange my monitors here. I've got Discord in 2 different places and Twitch and too many things going on all over the place. No idea what I'm doing here. But yeah, sorry everybody. We didn't manage to get the gameplay going tonight. It was pretty ambitious for some noob pro streamers here.
4 days of preparation.
You know what though? We've done this before, so whatever.
But
I've done.
We almost had it. We were that close. So maybe that close. Somewhere in there.
Super close.
We almost had it.
So what's really cool is we have next Saturday, which I could totally do.
We have what?
Well, so I have so the 30th, the Saturday. I could totally lead that up, or we could do that better because I'll actually be back in my house. But the 6th, April 6th, is actually my birthday LAN party. So we're actually in a professional streaming arena, which is one of the companies I'm working with. So it could be a really good opportunity for us to get this right.
Well, we will keep trying.
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll try harder. We promise our streamers that, or our crowd, that we'll
keep trying. Something went weird with our with our stream there. We're all black and white and frozen.
Yeah.
Or is that just me?
I believe I fixed you now.
Fixed some of us. I see half of a Dr. Murray.
Yeah,
and some people
working on it.
And somebody behind Shadow.
Working on it.
Yeah, we're having some issues here. That's okay. It's
what happens when you do everything live?
That's true. Don't feel bad. Every other pro streamer out there has the same issues.
Well, let's ask the crowd. What do we want to do? What's the crowd?
Well, we were going to show these cool walkthroughs that just came out.
Great.
Yeah. So this is the 350R. So we got to see a walkthrough of the 315 and the 350R, and there are some significant differences. Which that's one of the things that I was really looking forward to seeing. Shadow, are you talking to us?
Singing.
So are these No, I'm actually talking to like 6 other people. So are these the images from?
We think that this was a data mining. So there's somebody out there, I'm not sure who's doing some major
Mystery
data mining.
guy
Yes. So they
or girl
pulled
or girl
they,
or
a mystery nerd who's
Ooh,
pulled
good.
out the Bengal, the Kraken, the Hull C, and we've seen them in the verse here over the past few weeks, and the Javelin also. So the data miner pulled out the 350R and the 315P because they're not in the current builds. The current 3.5 PTU first wave that just dropped does not have even the 300 in it. So if you see here, we do have a little bit of storage here in the rear elevator for cargo.
Is that the 300 or the 350R? It's the right color for it.
This is a 350R. So it maintains the black with yellow gold accents. So it still looks pretty darn good, pretty sharp. It still has a ladder, which I was a little disappointed. I was hoping that we'd get more.
What would you rather have?
Well,
What were you expecting?
Well, what I was hoping more was for like a fold down, like a more substantial ladder, or not a stair, because there's actually quite a few old threads in the on Spectrum. So there is a bed and there is a toilet, as we can see here, but the interior has been shrunken down. So it's a very narrow interior. We still have the overhead skylight. So a lot of glass above. We have the bed and toilet, but we don't have the kitchen area. It's a little more cramped in the back, and we have less cargo. So they did scale down the interior and the cargo on the 350R to give you 2 giant engines. So I do fully expect this to be super fast and super strong with a smaller amount of cargo, but you can still run small delivery missions. It's probably down to maybe 2 SCU of cargo. So on the next video after this one, if we look at the 315P, we'll see there's actually 2 elevators. So the elevator that we saw on this one, plus another elevator, which I thought was interesting. But man, that's sexy. I cannot wait to fly that ship.
Oh, it's beautiful. Really beautiful. I held off for a while, and I finally went and pulled the trigger a little while ago.
Getting
a CCU off a buddy.
Yeah, it's still true to the original feel. It still has the wing, and the triangle wing is so important to the whole iconic look and feel. Oh, and it has a nose gun. The nose gun is back. So,
hey, does the stream hear audio? Give us a 1 for yes, 1 for yes on stream.
2.4, 2.6. They took the nose gun off of the 350, which really pissed me off because it was actually my favorite fighter. But so there's the little small cargo elevator, which is good. Yeah, I love having the whole top as glass. I mean that's going to be just epic. And now, even though there's not another seat in there, as long as you're not doing pretty crazy maneuvers, you can carry 2 or 3 passengers standing behind you. So that's going to be one of my main snub ships for the 890.
I think the reason why they're worried about the audio is because Shadowkin is singing away in the background on push to talk, and so you can't hear him.
No, I'm having. There's like 16 people here. They're all yelling.
Yeah, no.
So just give you some context.
Jordan, by the way, they love you. Murray, they want your beard. And Stim, if you can freaking get some solar cells on the top of that head, world energy would be solved.
So to give you some context,
I digress.
Shadow has a LAN party where he's at right now.
Very crazy.
So how many people are there, Shadow?
At least 12 to 16. I'm going by math, which is heavily this Scott. So either way, I'm just trying to keep quiet and yelling at
person for this tour we're not having.
So what were you guys? Were you guys playing Star Citizen or some other stuff?
No, we've been playing everything all day because we knew we were going to be playing by the end of the night. But it's just
Damn mess.
we'll plan better. We promise you, we'll plan.
Everything gets better over time.
Damn right.
So that's why we have Shadow on
It's
push to
only
talk,
taken
because
15 years. That's
Gallon
good,
of
Scott.
propane. That's a beautiful
Only
ship.
15.
Scotch.
That's what it takes.
That is a beautiful
So-
ship.
That really
But
is.
so-
What we're looking at here is the actual Evocati.
No, so
Secret-
this is in the game engine. It's not actually part of the builds that we're able to play. So there's a data miner who's going in
Okay.
and pulling out
Gotcha.
ships and putting them into their own personal PTU.
I almost wish
look
the
at stuff.
game was unknown until it was actually done, just for that.
I'm fine with it. You know, I don't think that people should be leaking Evocati stuff, although a lot of the Evocati leaks are really just reports to the issue council, which also really shouldn't be out there in the wild because it's people reporting bugs, which is stuff not actually working properly, so it really ought not to be out there everywhere. And then this guy that's pulling stuff out there really shouldn't be out, like the Bengal and the Javelin and the Kraken, but
But it looks really smooth.
it's
Looks like they've done a good job with it.
yeah, whoever's doing this is doing a good job. Hey PG, welcome to the stream. We were going to play some Star Citizen, but we had some technical difficulties, so we're just kind of watching some leaks of 3.5 assets. This is the 350R, which is not in the PTU build yet. But Sim, you want to jump to the 315P now?
I'm making that happen
So
as
you
we
can
speak.
see the difference between the 350R. So there's one bed in the back, like between the engines or something, at the back of the 350R. So this is the 315. Man, it looks good. I am so regretting I CCU'd the wrong ship in my origin pack. I CCU'd a 315, and I meant to CCU the 300. So I'm gonna have to get a 315 just because I want to have one again. So it's not a real high quality video on this one. This is a 720.
Really nice though.
Yeah, Larkwa, it's not in the game. I mean, it's buried in the game file,
Right.
which is everything that they've built. So, and it's not meant to be published into the engine. So this. I was
sorry.
gonna say,
do we get? That looks like it has more cargo capacity. Is it
Yeah,
still
yeah,
2 SCU?
yeah. Jump back so we can see both of these. So no, this is 8 SCU. So there's two
Since
elevators.
8.
Yeah. So you see that rear elevator is the same one that one's going up right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Nice.
So there's I think that's 2 plus 6, because it was published to have 8 SCU when they were working it up. I hope that it still has 8, because I think that's really what
Big
it
jump
should
from
have.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So the
we have an
300i
actual cargo
has
elevator.
2 SCU. Is that right?
No, the 350R. The first one we saw was the 350. So the
Okay, because
350.
that had none before.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hadn't
So
done before.
so it has 1 or 2 on that last rear elevator, and we don't know yet. It's not officially published, but so it has a small elevator for cargo, and a smaller interior. So here you see the interior is much bigger. So you have a full wider corridor on the inside. I like that door. It's really cool, like a Learjet door opening.
Yeah.
So you have the same toilet, and then you have a bigger corridor here, and then you have the bed on the side, and then you have a little kitchenette on the other side, and you have wine glasses and a little storage area back here. So very luxurious for your long distance traveling in your 315.
Hey, Hellcat.
Welcome.
And the 300 series is supposed to have the air system as well, right? That fuel replenishing system. Or is that
Supposedly suppose it's just the 100, but the
Yeah.
315 has extended fuel tanks and some other features. So I don't know if the 300, 315, and 325 all have this interior, but I suspect that they do. And the 350R is the only one that made sacrifices to the cargo and the interior space, so you can have 2 rear engines. So if you look at the rear here, there's 1 engine and the 350 has 2 side by side. But man, they're good looking ships.
Yeah,
I,
they
I
certainly
think
are.
I think the people that already own them are going to be, and a lot of people are going to be buying this ship.
We go through to the next one.
Yeah. The next one is super cool. So it's the Hammerhead flying over ArcCorp. Yeah, Hellcat, the 325 is going to be a great fighter. It's got we don't have a video of it.
Versatile.
Haven't
Very
seen
versatile.
anything leaked yet. Let me hop over to Twitter real quick and just make sure that there's nothing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you fine.
Okay, good.
See if
This is just the Hammerhead. What are we looking at?
see if there's any new leaks in the past few minutes. Because I swear all day it's been like
It's been leaks
leak
all
after
day.
leak
It literally has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Hey,
kinds of
Stimmy.
cool stuff coming out.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't see them.
There's been some people throwing us bits, and I guess we can't accept them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not affiliated yet, so we can't accept bits.
Partner.
But
So one of the
no,
reasons,
affiliated.
Or
one of the
affiliated,
reasons
yeah.
why we decided to do this live stream and why we're considering doing every Saturday, and we still have to talk about it, but is because we've ticked all the boxes for becoming a Twitch affiliate, except for streaming 7 separate times in a 30-day period. And so with our schedule of doing 1 per week
like
every
soon.
Wednesday night, we're going to get 4 to 5, depending upon how the days align in a 30-day period. So we just need to qualify for that, and then we'd love to take your bits. We'd love to take that and have it improve the stream, maybe make sure the capture card works.
Yeah.
Have
Can you
audio
get
that
more-
works.
No,
and
I like
give back some ships
or
and
do
that kind
give
of thing for,
I mean,
for
like
people
cool
watching,
ass,
you know,
like
make it fun.
contest.
Yeah,
No,
contests.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's some giveaways.
So-
who knows what.
Pix and Moon and Meteor. Yeah, we can't do bits yet.
Yeah.
Soon.
So,
Come.
Yeah, so the artist, the ship artist for the 300 series was Chris Smith, and he was the original artist who built the 300 series in the very beginning, and he was in charge of the redesign. And I got to talk to him at CitizenCon, and that was cool to meet him. Very cool to meet him and talk to him. So our next beer is a Nitro Chocolate Orange Stout.
ooh,
Oh
by
shit!
looks
Breckenridge Brewery. Breckenridge Brewery makes some of the best beers, and they're just phenomenal out of Colorado.
good. So who's all trying to download the PTU right now? Took me 2 hours to get my.
So there's a person here that Mr. Ghost would love to try that. So where'd you get it? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay, buddy.
Total Wine here, and
Who makes it?
big, this is by Breckenridge Brewing out of I think they're in Boulder, Colorado, or somewhere in Colorado. But yeah, they're probably out of Breckenridge, Colorado. But yeah, this is awesome. It is a nitro stout or porter. Stout,
A
yeah.
nitro stout out of a can?
Yeah.
What's
All
it?
the
What
ni- all
makes
the-
a nitro
All the
stout?
nitro stouts are
This
out,
is what
are
they
out of
fill
cans.
it with.
Yeah, they infuse it with nitro, so it makes it all nice and bubbly, creamy.
The only thing I know that is nitro is like the stuff that explodes. Hey, look,
No.
I'm Jordan again. I'm your official
Don't last very
channel
long.
Nitrogen.
person. Come on,
Nitrogen.
nitro
Can't be
is
Jordan.
Nitrogen.
nitro in my book explodes. Doc,
Gosh,
Doc,
Nitrogen
can I get an
explodes.
amen?
who are you people?
Yeah, but nitro explodes.
Yeah, nitroglycerin, but nitrogen.
Thank you.
What
Hey,
we're
Austin
talking
Terry,
about.
welcome to the stream.
It does not explode. Nitrogen is inert.
Yeah,
No,
it took
I
me
said
about 45 minutes to get
nitroglycerin. We say
my email
Just-
also.
Uh,
Did we show the hammerhead
this
over?
bottle's in a lot of problems.
Yeah, we
Um,
did. It seems to be pretty small and kind of up in the corner there. So, but it's good content.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, because it's a beautiful view. If
So
you
is
hover
this
over,
the-
you should be able to get a full screen.
But if I go full screen, it's not going to do full window. It's going to do the full screen and cover up things that
Oh, does it?
important.
Oh, okay.
I can do that. There we go. The ad that bothers me. I can do better. Hold on.
Oh, lordy.
Not super high quality, but
Make this happen.
you're a pro, man.
So, what are we doing now?
We're showing 3.5 stuff because we can't play 3.5 or 3.4 right now, so we're a little chat of a stream.
All right.
We got people posting some stuff, but yeah. So we were going to show this because it was just a very cool view of Arco. Because not everybody has access to the PTU yet. Not everybody is first wave in subscribers or concierge. Well,
that's their problem.
And not everybody is Evocati like you, who's been in this thing for weeks.
Yeah.
Mr. Avocado Face.
Avocado.
There's been too much
Avocado.
drinking going
Hellcat, did you get the complete pack? I think we had a lot of Origin owners actually buy complete packs. There was a lot of teeth gnashing and hand wringing among Origin owners who've been joking about Drake for God knows how long. Hey Ghost, welcome to the stream.
I have every Drake ship.
You have every ship.
No.
You have all the Drake ships, do you?
I have all the Drake ships though.
Yeah, I gotta say that the Kraken is very very. Cool.
I just want to say all the things that are gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. I have nothing.
That is okay.
All the people from the LAN party have decided to become a part of this, and I'm just gonna flash my camera over there. Let's go with. Give me 5.
Don't flash us.
That is okay.
That's against Twitch Choss. It's against terms of service.
Yeah.
No mooning.
Otherwise, this will really be on Twitch Fails.
Looks like he's being assaulted back there.
There we go.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay, it's gonna be bad. Just bear with me for 30.
You gotta turn off your background.
I do not get. I'm gonna do that right now, which is gonna make it even.
Oh, that looks good, Stem.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a hammerhead slow fly.
That city looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
All those little traffic streets down there,
yeah.
Like a real city, and this covers the entire fucking planet.
Yep,
it just blows my mind. So, Dr. Murray, did you fly over the entire planet during Evocati, or did you have a chance to?
I flew over large sections of it. You can't really fly over the whole thing. It's pretty big. It would take days.
Many days, probably.
I feel like we need to have an animated meme for Shadow.
Shadow is an animated meme.
Okay, we're so.
It's like I heard that.
Shadow is.
Do we want original background? Yeah, I want original background. All right.
Shadow's our resident
official
meme.
Drunk. I mean,
Yeah.
official drinks connoisseur,
think?
which is rather Sorry, hold on. All right. Okay.
It was
All right. So I'm going to show you the scariest picture in all of LAN gaming. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are we ready?
I don't know if we're ready. I'm not ready.
Okay, so
I don't know
this
if
is
anybody
this is like a 1/5 or 10th of the Ohio.
The Ohio.
I remember.
The Ohio something.
Yeah, here we go. All right. These people are super stoked about gaming in general, but I love all of them. There we go. All right.
Look at that.
Everyone's,
Hey.
yeah, come on. Give it up for freaking Ohio citizens.
Ohio bar citizen.
And
Here we go.
Well done.
Round
Right,
on
so-
both ends and
Nicely
high
done.
in the middle.
So, Hellcat was saying something interesting, that the Drake Complete Pack is far more useful gameplay-wise than the Origin Complete Pack. So that's a controversial
those are
statement.
fighting words
Whoa.
right there.
So
Shots
one of my best friends right here.
Shots fired, indeed.
Okay, so wait, come here. Sorry, I had to do this because this is the guy that got me drunk the other night on the rabbit hole. If you watched the previous show, you would know that we had the rabbit hole. He was the one that brought it over. So I'm just blaming him over. Do you like asymmetrical sips?
Sips?
Asymmetrical ships. Do you like asymmetrical?
Ooh, that's a good.
They only belong on one thing, right? A woman's dress, right? A woman's dress. That's the only place they belong.
I like when you're shitting on Drake.
Do you hear that? He said, "I like when you're shitting on Drake." Sorry, beeping on. Anyway.
Dear.
And
Either way,
T-Nitcher,
get out.
and T-Nitcher says, and that's how we got banned from Twitch.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did I get banned? It wouldn't be the first time.
I don't think there's any rule against being drunk on Twitch. I hope.
Oh, let's go with that.
I think there's rules against copious amounts of alcohol.
Yeah.
Drive the right background.
It's like as long as nobody's driving or walking around,
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
no.
we're all safe.
I will walk. Or actually, I'm gonna have somebody here because I live like a
Just put yourself on
block away.
transparent. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Wait, nope, not.
All right, so let's talk about the Drake Complete Pack. So you have a Kraken, which is
Black
an
and
order
white
case.
key.
Kraken. So admittedly, it is a very, very useful ship. I mean, every org needs to have a Kraken.
There you
The next size down would be the Caterpillar. 500-ish SCU of cargo, lots of modules. Yep, extremely useful ship. Next one down from that, the brand new Corsair, which we'll talk about more in detail on our regularly scheduled
We could talk a little bit about it now.
Window
Uh,
program.
Window
No, we don't want to
program.
rob ourselves.
We doing a whole show right now?
No.
Well, we're
I have a lot of alcohol
Yeah, but
still
by,
be
by
left.
the
We're
time we get to
We're doing a
by the time we
filler
get to
show
Wednesday of
because
next week,
we're
the Corsair
drinking.
is going to be old news,
It already.
right? And people
It
want
is
to buy
old
it
news.
now.
Nobody
Wanna buy
likes
it
it.
now.
You're right.
Nobody likes asymmetrical ships. All right, I'm gonna take a vote. I'm gonna take a
I
vote.
I like
I
People
I
like
love-
asymmetrical ships. They do.
I like
Really-
asymmetrical ships. And I'm
Millennium
important.
Falcon. All I'd say is 2 words: Millennium Falcon.
Aluminum Falcon. Oh.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So it
Everybody-
is asymmetrical and it's great, but it's a cross between like the Millennium Falcon and that shuttle, that comes in to land that always has some Darth person on it.
An
Actually,
Imperial shuttle?
Imperial shuttle, that's the one.
Actually, the Corsair is much more like the what was it? The Star Wars Old Republic. The BT-7, I think people were saying it was. There's a
BT-7.
ship that's shaped almost identically to that. Everybody was talking about that when the Corsair came out.
Yesterday?
Underclap.
Yes. Did you find that?
I found it on Wikipedia. That's great.
You don't know about Wikipedia?
Yeah,
No.
Wikipedia. Wikipedia is important. Yeah, we should definitely.
So,
Oh,
gentlemen, I'd like to offer up a really good stat.
It's
Ah,
neat. It's
Jesus.
neat.
That is-
Yeah. So you've got the two wings on
11?
the side.
That is really neat,
What?
actually.
Yeah, it's actually a massively huge ship that you could walk around in. I was looking at a video of that. Somebody had posted. It's like I had no idea that the Star Wars Old Republic was such a cool game.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
It had a lot of scripting issues.
So, boys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, Shadow.
So, we have a very interesting spec. Sorry, I'm yelling at it. They're being rather loud.
Yeah, we noticed.
I may have incited a riot.
Should we mute Shadowkin? Put a 1 in chat.
A 1 in chat
Sorry.
to mute Shadowgun.
Wait, am I not muted?
No,
a two-inch jet.
you're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
A two-inch jet.
No, okay, so
Just-
interesting.
Fucking with you.
There's 16 people here. It was a 14-2 symmetrical versus asymmetrical.
Oh, how did it come out?
Wow.
Well, 14 said symmetrical.
With that sample
Actually,
size,
I am
I'm
one.
amazed
I
by
am
that.
one of at least 5 that didn't buy it just because it was a.
You know what? Okay, and that's good feedback. That's great feedback. But I also have
It's
to say
interesting,
that,
V-Rag, right?
you know,
Maybe we're
those
just
that-
boring
those that
Ohio.
can
No, it's
shape
not really
their
interesting.
brains.
Shut
to
up,
be
Dr. Murray.
accepting
You don't know what the
for
good design-
asymmetry are much more creative people in general, and that's a double-blind study right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
what's
sample
a
size
double
of
blind-
Ohioans, 16 Ohioans. That's where I get all my data from.
Yeah, I know. I get all my data from
Ohio.
Erginians. That's got to be an official.
Ergonomics. Is that what you're trying to say?
Oregonians.
Oh, you melted your Explorer Megapack, Hellcat.
Okay, I'm originally from Texas, but I've been in
Don't do
Florida,
it.
South Florida for
Don't
20
do
years.
it.
Unfortunately.
How do you guys wear headphones
That
every day?
Explorer Megapack
It's
is
so
fantastic.
annoying.
All the time.
Explorer
I wear
Magnet?
it.
What are that?
So we didn't finish our Corsair conversation. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
working down
Oh, yeah.
in
Sorry.
the pack. So the Corsair is in the
Doesn't
Connie
advise me.
role.
My
And
head's chopped off.
it's always interesting in how much the community compares any Explorer ship to the Carrack, which nothing compares to the Carrack. The Carrack is a 130 meter ship.
Nothing
It is
compares
the
to you.
Don't listen to him, Jordan. Keep going.
It is the penultimate exploration ship. But I gotta say, the Corsair looks like a pretty badass ship. It's pretty OP with 4 gimbaled size 4 weapons forward facing. I still somebody said that you could not change out the gimbaled guns for size 5s. I need to go
Who
back
said
and
that?
listen. I don't know. They said that they said it on the RTV, but I didn't catch it when I listened to the RTV. But I was kind of losing interest here and there, or
Yeah.
distracted. I might have been a little ADD at the time. But
No
yeah,
idea what you're talking about.
72 SCU carries a rover, so cargo or rover, just like the Connies. It's a 55 meter ship, where the Connie's 62 or 63 meters. The Connie has 2 size 5 and 2 size 4 guns, and a snub ship and 2 turrets. The Corsair has the 4 size 4 gimbaled weapons, 2 size 3 gimbaled weapons, and 2 twin size 2 turrets on the side, and also in the rear, I believe. So I mean, it's pretty heavily armed. Crew of 4. I loved the statement by John Crew that the state-of-the-art sensors were what most other manufacturers would consider slightly above average. But for Drake,
Oh,
they're state-of-the-art.
this is
Right.
Drake hate from nowhere. They're
Hey, this is
they're
the guy in
built
charge
on
of
a
spaceships.
budget. They're not built cheaply.
Yeah,
there's
but
a
they
difference.
can afford
That's
to
the same
have, like,
thing.
you know, all of
No,
God's
it's not.
armament put on the ship. I mean, how do you do that? How many weapons does it have? Jordan, go through it. It's got like
6.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6
forward-facing
weapons.
weapons
it has 6
2
forward-facing
and a
weapons,
remote.
2 side turrets that can only face to the sides. That they have a 90-degree
But those are manned. They have to have
remote.
Crude. They're crude. No, the
crude.
side turrets
They
are
can't be
crude.
remote.
I
The
thought
side
they were.
ones.
I thought they were
No,
remote.
no, they're
No,
manned
the
turrets.
rear-
It says
the rear
specifically on
turret
on the
is remote.
page.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. All right, so you have the side turrets. So those are going to take up 2 people or AI computer blades.
Maybe.
Depending on how many computer blades you can actually have in a crappy Drake ship, which has a medium computer, maybe.
It has a bigger computer than the
if you're-
Connie.
What does the Connie have?
2 smalls.
Probably has similar to the Connie. I would expect.
No, the Connie has 2 smalls. The Corsair
Yeah.
has 1 medium.
Has a medium. So it has 50% more computer capacity because
33% more. But yeah.
it's 50% increased. So if
Well,
you have two mediums, you add another medium. That's a 50% increase. 2 smalls would be 66% of a medium.
A lot of
Spoiled.
firepower.
Well, yeah, you can get out of the pilot seat if you're not going to fly and get in the turret. I mean, Hellcat was saying, but you need to have people flying and turreting, manning your weapons, and then you probably need to have somebody in engineering to manage your shields, your stuff that's breaking, capacitors and whatnot.
I worry with that much firepower. That, and STL Youngblood actually posted a video on this, and what he was saying in his review of the Corsair was that he's worried it might get nerfed in the future, and I have to agree with that potential. Right?
I think it depends on if it is not able to be have size 5 fixed weapons, then that would be acceptable. And
People said the same thing
not
about the
as
Buccaneer,
OP.
that it has too many weapons. The Buccaneer was too OP. They're gonna nerf it for sure, and they haven't.
But it's a glass cannon, and if you hit it once, it just falls apart.
Well, if you hit it, it's hard to hit.
It is hard to. I mean, it's. I gotta say, the Buccaneer is a fun ship to fly. I mean, that thing is fast. It's super great acceleration, very very maneuverable, fun ship. But don't get shot.
Yeah, but that's designed to be a glass cannon, right? Whereas the Corsair is not, and it actually is probably pretty well armored.
They were saying that it's not really. So, and that's kind of your trade-off with Drake ships is that you get a pretty basic hull, pretty basic components, and a bunch of guns.
Yeah, you get guns to make up for most of the other stuff.
I'm gonna make the chat a little bit bigger on the video. I think that's something that's
There's a few people.
Yeah.
That text should be a bit bigger.
So we're working on the Drake line from a practicality standpoint. So you have the Corsair, and then you come down to the Cutlass, I think. So everybody agrees. I mean, the Cutlass is probably one of the best all-around ships in its size class. Of I think it's 38 meters. Doesn't have a toilet, but it's a damn good ship. But from my perspective, I don't like the look of them. I don't like ships that just look like they're just kind of barely, just kind of thrown together. I think they're a cool design, and it's got that whole Serenity or Aliens feel where you can see all the wires and all the ducts and everything in there, and it's cool seeing the guts of your ship. But I've always been more of a Star Trek fan from that perspective of clean, futuristic, modern, like futuristic looking spaceships, where it's not like the future is just dystopian, where in hundreds of years in the future, everything's just kind of barely thrown together. It's like, yeah, we got space travel and faster than light, but everything's just barely thrown together. Right now, you've got Apple stores, and you've got the most powerful computer in this size in history. And to not think that we can carry that kind of design function forward into our spaceships in 900 years, like Origin does, and have things actually look decent when you've got a spaceship. Actually, did anybody see the inside of the SpaceX Dragon crew capsule? It looked just like that. It
looks amazing.
It looks like a Star Trek interior spaceship. I mean, it looks so great. And I don't know if you guys saw the video of the twin video of the one side they were in the space station, the International Space Station, and then the other side they were showing the video inside the Dragon crew capsule.
This is what it looks like
at the same time, and like it looked so good. And then the International Space Station,
it's got touchscreens everywhere.
Yeah, it looks Origin.
I feel like it was a turd. It's a big giant open space with a bunch of screens. That's not a realistic
That's
thing.
a spaceship.
No. Okay,
like
no, that's not. All right, well, okay, no.
You.
Okay, wait. No,
it's not a spaceship.
I feel you. But here's what I think.
Space, it's a spaceship.
It's like Tesla in space.
No, it's not powered.
Right.
Right.
It has no
a
power.
machine.
It's like the 600i.
It's a
It's a
capsule.
It's
machine
like the 600, yeah.
in space. Okay, so I'm
It's a capsule.
a guy. I like cars. I like racing. I race. I'm a driving instructor down to a mechanic. Here's the thing. When I get into a cockpit, if I hit that button that turns everything on, and it doesn't feel like it turns me on, there's something missing. And some of the astronauts that got into that Dragon cockpit felt like it was so
Shadow-
sterile.
Shadow, that happens when you get older.
No, that's not happens when you get older. I will never get old. No, because I have cars every day that I get into that when I turn them on, they turn me on. And that's the whole thing. I feel like a spaceship in the universe that we live in, I feel like it should really turn you on, right? Like when I get my Vanguard and I step in and I swap into that seat, I feel like I'm a part of that. Because, I mean, those guns, especially that giant size 5 monster on front, and
Okay,
everything
so-
about it.
So more importantly, when you stroll onto your 890 jump,
We can't do that
because
yet.
when you do in a few months, because we're all here from the Jump Club, that's about as sexy and futuristic a spaceship as it gets,
Oh, God, yeah. Totally agree.
right?
But you know the
Okay.
difference?
What's the difference?
I'm not driving. Can I get an amen?
Can we get a
Seriously?
Can we get a cheers in the chat?
I might. I'm never driving. I'm always in the back drinking. There's a
So,
difference.
the difference between being in your race car and being
So
on
no-
your super yacht.
Perfect example. When you get into the 85X or a 135 or a pretty much any the arrow. Wait. The Anvil Arrow. Can I get an amen? Because I tell you what, when you get into
Arrow's
that,
a-
I feel
Arrow's
like
a cute little ship.
I am attached to that ship, and that is
Because
exactly
it's
the
so small.
Yes, but there's a difference, and you made a great point, Jordan. Are we here to cruise? Are we here to drive?
I guess I'm more of a cruiser.
Yes, and dude, believe me, I have a lot of those moments. I think we all do. I'm pretty sure we're trying to set that up tonight.
But but and going back to Hellcat's point earlier, that luxury isn't useful, and I think there's been a lot of that.
Maddie, you're in the
Well,
house.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
sorry.
Luxury is going to be useful though because of the reputation system, and so and it's not just about how you smell. It's about okay, you rocked up in a 600i, you get into the club. You showed up in your Aurora, and you might not get into the club. Depending upon how it works. So you need to advance your way through, whether you earn it in game or whether you pay to win at the beginning and get in. Right.
You're not going to dock at the high class dock. Okay. So that's an interesting point projecting into the future. That the Hurston building in the business district in Lorville, that's where all the executives live. And when you go into the business district, that is an entirely different aesthetic. That is a super origin aesthetic. I mean, all the gold and black stone and it's like really luxury in there. That's where all the executives are. And that entire building has hangars up the angled sides, and then at the top of the building are the executive habitats, which we can't access yet, but we will sometime over the next 2 years. They're going to go back and give us access to those executive hangars and executive habitats. And if you're driving a Cutlass, you're probably not going to get access. But if you're driving a 600,
What are you trying to say, man?
That's part of that reputation, but that's not going to the point of utility of okay. So the 600 is going to be the second most capable exploration ship after the Carrack. It's going to be a far more capable exploration ship than the Corsair. It may not be as heavily armed. But it's 4 times as big, so it's not going to be as maneuverable probably as the Corsair, but it's going to have longer range. It's got bigger shields. It's got bigger components. It has higher quality components. It has 2 top of the line scanning stations. It's got a bar. So when you're on long distance exploration journeys, it's going to be a much more enjoyable, expansive, roomy space than. So if you're spending weeks on a spaceship that has just barely enough room to be able to get from the cockpit to the little cramped crew areas to your little cramped cabins into and all these little cramped areas that are just barely enough so that you can function in your ship, and that's not that great an experience when you're spending weeks out exploring the deep black. Whereas if you're on your 600, you can hang out and play pool. You can, you've got a beautiful captain's cabin. You've got a pretty expansive crew cabin that you'll be able to decorate with lots of custom furniture and decorative cases, and all kinds of things that they're going to give us. You've got a bar, you've got a lounge, you've got lots of glass to view beautiful things in the verse when you're exploring. So, Origin isn't just luxury, it's doing things that you want to do in certain roles and enjoying the experience. So that's kind of the point that I'm getting at, to kind of and show that an Origin Complete Pack has a lot of very capable ships in it, and there are going to be careers for that, but people don't really think about it because CIG really has done it a disservice because they focus on it's luxury and you should just spend more money because it's luxury, and like, that's all anybody cares about. And all of us luxury people, it's like, oh, we don't care about hauling cargo. We were talking about that in the Jump Club the other day. It's like, and all of us 890 guys, like, we like trading and making money and doing business and space trucking, and we want to be able to do that in nicer ships.
Yeah, sorry, Ghost. I'm trying to set it up so that we're a little bit bigger because we don't have anything playing in the background, so it's doing a little bit on
Thanks,
the fly.
Vector.
I apologize.
Well, we're just doing one of those kind of roundtable shows like the folks are just talking. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Doctor,
No,
what do you think about Drake?
Doing well.
Doctor, what do you think about Drake versus Origin?
I
Took
don't
my
know.
surprise there.
I think, like, they're both good at what they do. Origin's about being upper class. It's about being smooth, seamless, well put together. And when you look at it, it wants you to think, okay, that's a well-made piece of material, good quality. Drake is about, like I said, it's built on a budget. They're about getting you the best of what you can get for as cheap as you can get, as reliable as it can be, and easy to repair because the parts cost are low, so it's cheaper to repair, cheaper to maintain. Then it runs, like, they work. I've never had a problem with the Drake ship except for the original Cutlass, but we didn't want to talk about that.
We're in alpha.
Yeah, and
Right.
shit changes.
No arguing. The Cutlass is probably one of the best value, most versatile ships in the verse. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great ship for $100.
And there's also like the Vulture, which is not that expensive, gets you into salvage.
Yep. Vulture is a good Fred Sanford junk truck.
Yeah, and of course everybody loves the Dragonfly. So
I've got 2 Dragonflies. I have to have one of most every ground vehicle. I have a thing for ground vehicles.
yeah, this boat runs well. I don't know. I think there's more of a comparison between like Anvil and Origin.
I'm just. Like,
It starts really loud. We've gone to 11. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Oh dear.
Shadow's having a good time.
Yeah.
It turns out that's how it all.
So let's talk a little bit about the hover model as far as bikes. We're kind of on that topic. So in the PTU, because I know some people that have played the PTU that are sitting here in the chat, maybe Dr. Murray can tell us kind of what his thoughts are on how
He has my background,
the drift is on the Dragonfly or the Nox.
They fly a lot different in 3.5.
Okay.
They're more responsive. They drift a little bit more, but everything drifts a little bit more in 3.5. Um, you can control their ride height to an extent, which is nice. Something we've been asking for a while.
Yeah, they were talking about that. So if you're closer to the ground, you have more stability and control. But if
Yeah,
you're a little higher, then it has more of the drift. But and it goes
right.
over. How is it when you're coming up on rocks? Because we have an
It's less
excessive
where it
distribution of
launches you in
rocks.
the air. It doesn't send you flying into the air anymore.
Yeah, that was always a
It's
problem.
kind of you go over the rocks, but you can hit the
Still go
rocks
over
if
the
you stay
rocks.
too low. So
Right, so you
it
kind of
depends on
balance
how you're
that.
controlling it. Yeah.
And have you flown in the trees at all yet?
I
With
haven't floated in the
bike?
trees yet.
That's
No, I was running
definitely
around on our
challenging.
court moons.
I always have to go back to the whole indoor experience, with the stormtroopers on the speeder bikes. That's where the whole thing came from.
Yeah.
And we've got don't have as dense forests yet, but we do have some pretty good forests on Hurston, over on Ishmael Station. I know a pretty large swath of the planet has some pretty nice forests over there.
Yep.
Like, man, it is a lot of fun flying around, running around those forests and speeder bikes.
So Hellcat asks,
Uh,
inside PTU, are we under NDA? Well,
Not
No.
anymore.
because you never signed anything, right? Did you? So only Evocati is under
Um,
under NDA, and as soon as it gets released to the PTU, anything can be streamed or cast or what have you. So long as it's not something that isn't in the PTU that's in Evocati.
Yeah, this evening everything opened up, so everything that the Evocati were doing for the past few weeks they can now talk about.
Well,
Okay.
we can't talk about the
Opened up
things that they
around
took away.
3:30
Didn't
p.m.
give us.
Pacific time, something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
The things that are missing that we had aren't really able to be talked about either. So
Yeah, just the stuff that's going live into
yeah,
PTU.
what you get is what we can talk about. But we can't talk about the secret ship that we had. I mean,
The surprise is that the Aegis Dynamics surprise that's coming out.
I can't
The
talk
what?
about it.
Can't talk
What?
about it. That's how rumors start.
No, no.
Hellcat was talking about the new the relocate feature in
Okay.
in 3.5. Doc, can you talk about that at all yet?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Well, like, of course it doesn't work.
No, sometimes
Very
it
little
works.
is working
It,
right
it
now.
depends on
What's
how
it
the ship
supposed
is
to do?
lost. If you log out or get logged out, crash, then as long as your ship doesn't explode, you should be able to relocate it back to where you are. And if
Oh,
it's at another station, whatever, you can relocate it to where you are.
So,
There's a timer for it.
so you don't have to do a full insurance reclaiming on a ship if you just if you were on a moon somewhere and left it there, and you relocate it and you're at Lorville, it'll just
As long as
pull
it was stored, yeah,
it if it was stored.
right.
But if you just left it like in orbit, like
Yeah,
the
if its status is unknown or destroyed, it doesn't work. If the
Well-
ship status is stored and located, like you're at All-Star, but it's located at Lorville, you can transfer it over.
Well, one of my issues has been like with
With it works.
bed logging rarely works for me. So I might be in my 600 or another ship, and I'll get in bed and I'll try to log out in the bed, and it just doesn't work. And it's like, well, crap! I gotta reclaim the ship. I gotta pay 700 credits to do an expedited reclaim, if it's a 600 or a Valkyrie, and it's like it's just dumb because I'm having to pay money because something's not working properly.
Yeah, bed logging only works if you log back into the same server. So it
Yeah.
it tries to give you priority back into that server, but odds are that server gets filled up. So when you come back the next day, you're not able to log into the server that you were
you're
logging
rarely
into
ever in the same
before.
server unless you log
Yeah.
right back in immediately.
I've had it work over months though, so it's
I've
weird.
heard about it happening like over several days. But
Yeah, I
it's
mean, I
like,
logged out once, and we did 2 update patches, and then I logged back in, and I was in the same spot. It was weird. I was in my prospect, and I was mining.
hey, Jack Gaming, welcome to the stream. Shadow is involved in a, so he's distracted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying sorry. It's a lot of madness. I'm trying to watch the Twitch chat. Sorry. I'm just saying sorry now.
That's okay, man. That's
This
okay.
is not where I'm normally at right now, so it's really not. So I do monthly game parties. Why is there a big giant it's not even
I was trying to
Just
put it
wondered
over your
about that.
face.
Oh, no, that's good.
But it doesn't have a
No,
giant
so
background.
there's what we normally do is I have a gaming
Fail.
group that does big landing parties usually the first Saturday of every month. Well, the weird part was is we couldn't do it because the game arena that my company is sponsoring actually had this giant tournament awarded to them. So we couldn't do it this year or month. So the one that was normally the beginning of March actually got pushed to today. So the next one is coming in April 6th, which happens to be my birthday land. So April 6th, ladies and gentlemen, I'm listing it right here. The Yacht Club will be doing a show on Saturday, and it will be absolutely epic because there's probably going to be at least probably 15 of us. So yeah. Oh! I've been. Here, come here, Ghost. Come here. So one of the guys is there. This is his host. This is the host. I hope you can see him. Wait,
Nice
come
to
over
meet
here.
you,
Come here.
host.
All right, I know.
How's it going?
Oh, there he is. Okay, all right. This is my boy Ghost, 15-year friend. He's hosting the party tonight. Go get. Where's your scotch at? Or where's your shot at?
Scotch right in there.
Oh, okay.
I don't have
Well,
my shot glass.
I'm gonna drink this whole thing.
Yeah, just shoot it. Well, I've been doing shots
Okay, bye.
over here all night.
That's way too small for Shadow.
I'm wondering
know.
how much
Bob,
gaming is
look
actually
at
getting
that.
done.
Okay, Bob.
That's a taster. That's what Shadow considers a taster.
Really? Hasta
Well,
la vista.
That's what
I
that's
love
for,
these guys. These
basically.
are like my brothers. They would take bullets for me. I would take bullets for
We're doing another nitro stout. This is a chai milk stout.
chai.
Wow,
Get
chai
your
with
chai and
beer.
beer.
It's actually really good.
Wait.
Wow.
You know how you get past that? You can say like, it's good for me.
Yeah. Are we wrapping this up?
Yeah, you know, how's it going, guys?
Alright.
Do you like the stream? Should we wrap it up? I think it's kind of
Does
getting to
anybody
that
have any
point.
questions?
Yeah, do you have any questions? Let's do a round of questions.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Question in the chat will open
Yeah.
up the
Yeah.
Make it more interactive.
Quick
And if it
questions
gets
form. If
boring,
anybody
we'll
has any
cancel it.
questions about
All right.
anything Star Citizen, we're long time
Okay.
deep heavy backers. See, this is what a nitro milk stout does. It just gets nice and creamy.
Questions, okay. You got
And-
questions through that link through Nightbot, or you can simply just type them into the
Or you
Twitch
just
chat.
type it in because it's
Yeah.
it's not too busy
Pretty
to follow.
informal right now.
Yeah, we're actually able to. Oh my god, that smells delicious.
You can smell this?
No, my chai milk stout.
Oh, you're doing beer wrong. You're
This
just
is
doing
totally-
it wrong.
Killing everyone here.
Totally different than the last chai stout that I had. Actually, this is not the same. It's
Favorite
really
fighters is Hellcat.
really spicy.
All right, guys.
Favorite-
Favorite
So here's
fighters.
to the young lady that
So-
I actually saw born.
Did you actually see me?
I did, yeah. So you're in front of 30,000 people right now. This is the best girl in the world. She's one of my guest friend's daughter.
All right. So favorite fighter.
There are girl gamers.
There are. It's proof right there.
There's proof.
I'm gonna
Favorite
go with.
fighter.
It's not a fighter. It's for security, for escort. I'm gonna go with the Freelancer Miss, because it is a missile boat, and I absolutely love
So-
it. But
so you
I'm
expand
not
it
I'm
to
not a combat pilot in game. So
combat
it's-
ships.
Yeah.
Combat
Yeah,
ships.
expanded that.
Um,
But pick fighters. Let's do that one.
Saber, 100%. Saber.
Old tech. It's the
Uh,
quality.
It's great tech. The Saber is a great ship.
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
it's
be a
really
great ship.
old as far as the lore goes. and the
No,
technology.
no,
Um,
Saber's new.
Yeah, no, it's
Is
old.
it? Is it?
Old.
No, Saber's new.
New? Old?
Oh,
Old? New?
Look
Right,
it up.
You start googling.
Somebody look it
Google
up. All right,
You're
Stim,
wrong.
look it up there while we're talking about it. But I don't own a Saber right now. It's been one of those ships that I've melted and rebought, and
Oh, I'm thinking
I-
Gladius. Yeah, you're right. Saber's new. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, no,
My bad.
Gladius is old.
Hornet's old too.
And you're obviously not a fighter combat guy.
Clearly not worthy.
Sorry about that. I got
We're
cut
not
off short.
worthy. We're not worthy. But yeah, actually, back in the early, because I backed in September of 2015, right when 2.0 dropped. So right as we got the Persistent Universe, and I started with an Aurora LN, and I spent a lot of time in Arena Commander with my LN because wasn't a lot else to do back then. And then my first ship to buy with cash after that was a 350R, and then I dogfighted the shit out of the 350R for a year in Arena Commander. It's like I was killing Van Duel, and it's like I love that ship. To me, the 350R was a badass fighter, and I want to try that again when we get it, because
Nice.
it has so much power. Depending on what kind of shields you can outfit it with, because it was good, and then there was a patch there, 2.1, 2.2, where you could use the shields that you bought on the Voyager Direct store, and you could get the Splash 3 shields, which were pretty solid. And so you'd have a Panther on the front and Badgers on the wings, and the Splash 3 shield, and it was great in Arena Commander, and I had so much fun with that. And then they nerfed it, where you couldn't put the shields on it, and it was really weak. And then they took the nose gun off of it, so I was really pissed off at that. And that was really buggy. So I'm looking forward to having the 350R again. And if Arena Commander's working, I'll try that out. And very curious to see how the 300 series and the 350R particularly performs in.
It's getting very
Fine.
drink heavy.
Well,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
The new flight model.
I was watching the freelancer, not the freelancer, sorry, the 300 commercial, because it was on recently, and they were just going over the whole 300 series, and it was all in atmosphere. You know how they're flying around in atmosphere and taking off, and that was a really, really great commercial, and it got me thinking about how it's going to be a great ship in atmosphere, and leaving Hurston. You know, it's going to be fast, it's going to be nimble in atmosphere compared to a lot of ships, so it's going to be a great series. All of
that commercial is still one of my favorite things. I want to fly through clouds so bad. I mean, I don't fly in real life. I'm not a pilot, but I fly a lot. I mean, I travel quite a bit, and it's like, man, when we're flying through those big puffy clouds, and my face is glued to the window like a little kid. It's like, oh, we're flying through clouds.
So
That's
Jordan,
what I want to do.
I used to do a lot of skydiving. Okay, I've got nearly 500
So
jumps.
let's get back to the question.
Hold on, let me finish this. This is kind of important.
Like,
But when you fall through
Nobody's
cloud,
asked me what my favorite ship is yet.
we'll get there. When you fall through cloud, it's wet. It's wet and it's dark and it's abysmal. And you come out and you're drenched and you're totally disoriented. You lose all perspective of which way is up.
Where
everything, because you can barely feel it. But
even though you're falling, you don't know, because it's like,
no, because it goes black. It's pitch black if you fall through a cloud, especially in the winter, right? Because it gets really, they get really thick, the clouds. When they're nice and stretched out, so like cumulonimbus clouds are really bad to fall through, because there's generally a storm going on, and that you're not supposed to jump at that time, and high winds and all that kind of stuff. But it happens from time to time.
But you might have done.
Yeah, but if you fall next to, like, so they call it a glory chute, okay? And don't get any jokes in chat about anything about glories, but it's a big hole in the clouds, okay? And if you fall through this hole in the cloud on the sides, because it's all about perspective, right? If you're falling in the sky, you don't see the speed that you're falling at. But as soon as you have a cloud, and you're looking at, let's say, a buddy that's jumping right in front of you, and you see cloud go behind him, all of a sudden you have perspective of the speed you're traveling at, because you're traveling at like nearly,
126 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, like, so it's 165 kilometers per hour in a boxman position, in head down position, which is the way, like feet down or head down. It's closer, it's a little over 200 kilometers per hour. So I don't know what it is in miles. but it's fast.
126 miles an hour.
It's fast.
Terminal velocity.
Good conversion. So
That conversion I just know because I've jumped before.
nice. Anyway, so that's carving around the outside of those clouds is amazing. So like jumping in a wingsuit and going around them. So like I totally hear you when you say that you want to fly in and around the clouds. Amazing.
wanna do
You'll never
that.
look at the sky the same way after jumping. Shadow or Dr. Murray, can you agree with that?
Yeah, everything's different.
Yeah.
I've done Halo jumps too, which is always fun.
Really?
Go down with masks on. Yeah.
What altitude?
30K? 32?
Nice.
Yeah, 32.5 I
Wow.
think was the actual
That must have been pretty crazy.
highest.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good time.
Doc has seen some shit.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I had no idea. How many jumps you got?
Like 7.
Okay, but you've done Halo?
Yeah.
So I've jumped with
No.
oxygen, but only from like 18,000. Like I've
Yeah.
30.
I
is-
mean,
is pretty
I think
impressive.
in training I probably did 30, 40 jumps. I don't remember.
Okay. Anyway, it's probably top secret, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your favorite fighter?
The Vanguard. The Warden.
I knew that was coming.
What else would I fly?
All the serious fighter guys are Vanguard guys.
You gotta fly the Vanguard. It's strong. It's durable. It's maneuverable. It
Okay,
has a
so
big punch.
how's a Vanguard in 3.5 flight model?
Great.
Is it? It's still good?
Great. Yeah.
Like that was like great. That was like tone of
Great.
it was like Tone of the Tiger great. It's like that.
Exactly.
Great.
I'll roll my R too. Great.
Great.
Yeah, it was something. It's good.
Probably Warden. Hellcat's asking the hoplite of the Warden. I mean, the Warden's the fighter.
The
the
Warden.
The hoplite's the troop transport, and
They fly the same.
What are the other two?
The Sentinel and the Harbinger.
Harbinger. That was the one that's got the torpedoes, size 6
Yeah.
torpedoes. I think
No, size 5.
5 torpedoes.
Same as
and,
the Gladiator.
and that's coming in 3.6,
3.7?
3.7.
I think the Vanguards are 3.7.
The reworked Vanguards.
I think
Are
the rework is
pretty
3.6, but I think we don't get the variants until
All of them,
3.7 or
okay.
3.8.
So Hellcat's asking if it's the hoplite or the Warden that
Yeah, that was the word.
We just said that.
Shadow keeps trying
I'm
to
way-
go.
Way ahead of you.
But-
Shadow's got a lot of shit going on over there.
Yeah, he certainly does. Are there any other questions?
Just Shadow's
Stupid.
hand. And
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
we got to screen capture that one later.
Oh yeah. Make a clip of it for sure.
Somebody clip that.
Sorry, it's totally crazy right now.
So guys, I don't see any other questions, so I think that's probably the everyone telling us that it's time to end.
Favorite manufacturer? Well, obviously Origin.
I'm
Anvil.
gonna have to say Misk.
Anvil
That's
all the
right.
way.
Yeah, I like
That-
Misk. We're split
And
every direction. It sounds like.
yeah, and T Neister was saying that. I mean, that was one of the things that's great about Star Citizen is that there are so many different manufacturers that appeal to different people, and even if you want to do the same career path or similar career paths, there's different ships from different manufacturers that let you have your aesthetic of what you want to drive, what you want to fly out there in the universe. If you want to fly a Carrack and be Anvil, if you want to fly a Corsair and be Drake, if you want to fly a 600 Explorer and be Origin, I mean, you can do exploration in all of those ships. If you want to fly cargo, you can fly a Caterpillar, you can fly a Hull, you can fly a Hercules, you can fly a Banu Merchantman, and there's all these different ships that appeal to different aesthetics that have similar roles. And that's one of the things that's amazing about Star Citizen, why we're all a little crazy about spaceships, and we might have spent a little bit
More
on
than we should've.
spaceships. Like, there is no more than you should have. Like,
So
we just-
we have a
spent a
question. We have another question, if that one's fully answered, coming in from YouTube this time. from Producer Knight Jr. And the question is
Ooh.
Area 18 accessible?
Yes.
In 3.5. Yes.
In the PTU,
sure is.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually,
It might crash the first time you go there.
or the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth times you try to get.
What's the secret to getting into it?
Keep
Try
trying.
crashing.
Keep trying.
Keep trying.
Really? Is it a
Cross your
bug or is it
Yeah.
Cross your fingers,
corridor
cross
like you
your
have at
legs.
Orville?
Everybody's saying that
Cross your arms.
it's
Cross your eyes.
okay. So here's the thing, and everybody's all super excited to get into. I want to get into PTU. I want to get in PTU. I want to be wave 1. I want to be wave 1. I want to see it as soon as I can possibly get in there. And I want to be Evocati. I want to see it before everybody else does. And it's not great. And Evocati is tremendous work. And Doc,
Oh yeah.
I hats off to you, man, and the guys that do Evocati, because they're the most horrific builds. Just the amount of bugs and crashes and stuff that they deal with, and it's not just free flying around. They say it's like you have to do this, and this. This is what we're testing, and everybody has to get in there and test that, and they do. And they've expanded the Evocati a lot and let a lot of people in that really just want to see shit early, which is it's really shitty. Because these guys are doing hard work and they're helping build this game for everybody else. And they're really reporting stuff to issue council. They're testing, they're retesting, they're replicating, and can you duplicate this? And what's causing this bug? And they go in and they'll test it and they'll test it and they'll test it and help solve these problems so that when it does go to first wave PTU, which used to be a very limited group, but now it's everybody who's a subscriber. If you subscribe for $10 a month, you can get into first wave PTU even now. And it is going to be miserable, and it is going to crash and crash and crash and crash. And everything you do, it's not going to work. And it's going to do that for the next at least 2 weeks. And you're going to get a patch every day. You're going to log in and get a patch every day. And before we had, what's Shadow doing over there?
I have
he's
to
trying
go.
to leave.
This is 180 proof whiskey.
Go.
I have to go.
Nice.
Go.
I love you guys.
Just
I
leave your
love you
camera-
guys.
Just leave your camera going and step
Okay.
back.
No, just go.
To not mess. Well, because
Someone's going to go streaking in front of the camera. You know it.
Oh my
Because it'll
God.
script the thing. It's like put the smiley face up there for
Oh,
us.
come on.
It'll
180 proof
it'll
is
script the scene.
180 proof is nothing.
If there's a rocket we need to send to the fucking the next star system, this is. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but
Good.
Rocket
buddy.
fuels.
You go.
We love you,
Rocket
man.
I'll
feels
say
way stronger.
bad things. I'll say bad things. Love you guys.
I'm just going to do
Have
this.
to go.
Love
I'll
you,
leave
man.
this up.
Love you.
Peace out.
Bye. And Shadow is gone.
Yep.
It's like,
All right, let's wrap
off
this up, shall we?
off to
We
party.
got things to do.
I
Um,
think so.
But
But it's been a lot of fun.
yeah, so
I really enjoyed it.
yeah, so it's like
Despite
we'll
the absolute fails.
hey
Yeah.
we'll figure the other thing out here next time around. And it's like it was so great just talking about spaceships. We could talk about spaceships a lot, and we
Yeah.
do all day. Hey, hit ! Discord in the chat. Join our Discord. You can talk with us all day about spaceships because that's what we do.
Yep.
Yeah, we have no lives. It's about spaceships entirely.
Sometimes we talk about what we're going to do with our spaceships, but most of the time we just talk about spaceships.
Yeah, mostly spaceships.
We theorize.
Like,
A little bit of theory crafting, but
There we
not
go.
too much. We try not to
thanks, T
Nothing.
Nightster.
keel outside too much, of what reality is and try and keep it real.
Reality of spaceships.
Yep.
Everything else is about spaceships.
And then girl beers.
All right, guys, let's call it there.
Selfers.
Thanks. A cheers to everybody, and one for Shadow being down. Yep.
Cheers for everybody.
Yeah.
And we'll see you.
Pull out for
Yes,
Shadow.
Here's
Thanks,
one
guys.
for our lost brother.
Yep.
Bye for now.
Peace out, homies.